This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so let me go with the functions in JavaScript. Okay. Basically, function is a set of statements. Any programming language, function is something like a function is a set of statements. Set of statements. Okay. So how to define function? How to define function in JavaScript? How to define function in JS? So very simple. It's a keyword called function. Function name, parenthesis, curly braces. This is going to be a function body. Okay, let me write a function say hello, and this say hello is going to be something like let hello JavaScript. Hello JavaScript in single quotes or double quotes. Alert will be in single quotes or double quotes. And function call, how to call the function. Writing function is different, calling function is very important. Calling function, how to call function, just you have to specify the name of the function. You have to specify the name of the function, that is actually called function call. So let me take a new program, work with the functions, and this is 23rd back to right. Save it, and this will be functions.js. No. Functions.html. Yeah, let me write a JS here, and let me create a new file, and this will be functions.html. HTML file is different and JS file is different. And here I'm including the script src, and we are going to be having functions.js. That's fine. Now I want to write some JavaScript in the functions. So define function. Function say hello, and this is going to be having curly braces, and this will be having function body, and let me call the function with say hello name. Calling say hello. That's it. Now execute your HTML file, and we need to call the function, and what function can contain with let function calling, something like this. Okay, now you can execute the browser. Now we got a function executed, function calling. It's a function calling process. Now we need to write a function with parameters. Function with parameters. And whenever you are going to be writing a function, it is going to be having some parameters. Let me write a function called addition, and which is going to be having two parameters. I'm defining with a comma b. A is one parameter, b is one parameter, and here my requirement is where c is equal to a plus b, and finally I want to print alert c. That's it, very simple, straightforward. And let me write a function with parameters. Function with parameters. Okay. Let me write a function now. Function addition, and which is going to be having two parameters, a comma, which is going to be having where c is equal to a plus b. And finally, I want to print c. C is equal to c is equal to a plus b. That's it. Alert c. Call the function addition. When I call the function addition, I need to call the function. This is function calling, right? This is calling function. And here also I'm writing calling function again. Calling addition function. calling function. And when I call addition function, I need to pass parameters 10, 34. Okay. Now you see the output of the browser. Okay, so first function is hello function calling. That is okay. And immediately I get immediately executed one more function. That function got 44. 44 is coming with 44 coming with this one. So this one addition is plus. Now you can see first function calling and immediate function addition is 44. Okay, two kind of functions I got defined. And let me go with another function with return type. Function with return type. Let me go with the function with return type. Function with return type. Okay, whenever you have the addition, that addition need to be written. Return C. Return C. Okay, that's it enough. And whatever the returned value, my addition is equal to call the function addition of something, 10, 20. And print my addition like document.write. Document.write my addition. My addition is a variable which got some value, that value coming from addition of 10, 20. So what it is going to be happening with 10 is going to be storing in A, 20 is going to be storing in B, and A plus B is going to be working. That value got stored in C, and C returns when function got executed. See, when my addition is executing, addition is executing, value got stored into the my addition. My addition is printing document.write or alert box, whatever it is.
Or that's it. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, please. Yes, please.
So instead of document.write, we can also do console log as well, right?
Yeah, okay, no issues. That is yours.
Okay.
Document.write or console.log or alert box, that is yours. But document.write is showing the output on top of the browser. Console.log is showing output back of the browser. And you can write alert box also.
Okay.
So, see, I will write three things. Now let me go to the function.js, writing function with return type. Function with return type. Return type. Let me go with this function, and let me write addition x comma y. Parameters now changed, and now z is equal to x plus y. Now this is going to be return z. Very clear. And after that, my thing is where my addition is equal to addition of 100 comma 200, and finally you go with three things. You can go with the document.write, you can go with the console.log, you can go with the alert box. Everything, that's fine. Now go with three alerts will come. First alert is function calling. Second alert is 300. You can see that. Oh, addition, both are same. This is addition 1. This is addition 1. Three functions I'm calling now. First function is function calling. Second function is addition 44. Third function is 300. So we got a very clear output.
This conference will now be recorded.
Let me go with one more function. Let me write a function.
Can you write a function? Sorry. Sir, can you write a function with list?
Can we write?
A function with list? I mean, list of even numbers or list of odd numbers.
Yes. We will do the loop for that. List of even
Okay.
numbers, odd numbers means we can go with the loop for that.
Okay.
We will go with the loops and all. This is function with the names. Let me give the names. Okay, function full name I want to get with full name. If you want to go with the full name, what I can do? Okay, so first of all, full name is first name, F name, comma, L name, last name. And let me go with the full name where full name is equal to F name plus last name, L name. And finally, I get full name. So you can write all at once. Full name, full name. And finally, I need to call the full name function. When I call the full name, I need to give the first name and last name. Full name of first name is Srinivas, second name or last name is something like that. Okay, fine. This will be something like full name is calling now, calling full name, calling function. Now you see, okay, first function is function calling, second function is 44, third function is 300, and another function is function with the name. So I'm just trying to writing a different kind of functions here, and immediately I will go to the next concept that is called events. Events in JavaScript, very important. Events in JavaScript. There are multiple ways to write events. Okay, so the one is, okay, let me write a list of events like click event, DBL click, and mouse over, mouse out, mouse move, and cut method, cut event, copy event, context menu, and focus event, blur event, key up, key down, and key press, and on change event, load event, etc. There are multiple functions. So, but writing functions in two different ways. Writing functions or writing events, sorry, writing events in two different ways. The one is event from JavaScript, and one is event from HTML. Event from HTML. So both we will see. Okay, let me go with the click event from JavaScript first. Let me take a new program, save it as events or event, a click event. Let me write a click event. Click event from JS dot HTML. Okay. Let me write a script, but I want to take a button click me, and I want to access the button first of all. How to access the button? Step one is very important. Access button. Let me access the button where btn is equal to document dot get elements by tag name of the tag is button of 0. So I told you already, all elements are storing in array, all classes are storing in array, IDs are in a queue. Now the second step is very important. Add event listener on button. Add event listener on button. So second step is very important. btn dot add event listener, and we have to take two parameters. The first is event name, second parameter is event handler. Click me. So here the first parameter, there are two parameters. First parameter is event name, second parameter is event listener. Let me work with that. So just give the syntax for this. First one is event name. Second one is event handler. And one more thing, and one more, let me write points for this. Event, this is predefined JS method. And the second one, event name is predefined. So it's keyword. JS keyword. And event handler will be the custom function. Custom function. We have to define this function with the function keyword. Okay, let me comment this, and this is also commented. I'm just trying to write in the steps, but trying to write in the steps for this. Click is click. Don't give the capital letter for the C. Click is small letters, and this is my own wish. I can write click me something like this. Okay, for this I want to implement third step is very important. Third step is create event handler using with function. Okay, so let me write a function now. Function click me and alert button clicked, button clicked, whatever you want you can write it. Okay, so important 3 steps we have to write. First step is access element. Second step is apply click event. Third step is create event handler. That's all done. Let me execute this. Okay, we have the button, and when we click on the button clicked. Can we see? This is very clear. Button clicked, event fired. And we click on the button, event fired. Okay. So once you click on the button, I want to change the text of the button. How to change the text of the button? Very simple. Dot inner HTML or dot value. You can change your clicked. Now you see. Okay, so please save it. Okay, clicked is not working, so where is the issue? Go to the inspector and check the console. Not available. Expression not available. Button of 0. Dot value is not working. Okay. Keep it is working or not. Okay, keep me bullet is working fine. And when I load the screen, first of all, I want to get the value of this alert. This one dot value. Okay, so what is this value now? Check the value of this. Not getting. Okay. Paste value is not recognizing. Maybe the thing is inner HTML. Yeah, inner HTML. Maybe we need to change for inner HTML to do that.
Yeah.
This one is inner HTML, not value. Sorry. Dot inner HTML is equal to something like click. Okay, this one you can switch off.
Yeah.
Now you see when we click on this button clicked, at the same time value changed to clicked. Value change. Sorry, inner HTML changed to clicked. Okay, so this is the way of adding event from JavaScript. But now in the second program, adding event from HTML we will see. Add click event from HTML dot HTML from HTML from HTML dot HTML. Okay, let's do the paste. In the second step, first point is not required, second point is also not required, only third point is enough. Create event handler. Create event handler. That's enough. But for this button, we have an attribute called onClick. OnClick, call the function in onClick. That's it. Can you see the second way of adding events? Very simple. Why? Because of our first step and second step no needed. First step accessing element no needed. At the same time, add event listener also no needed. You can directly create a handler, event handler, and you can directly work with onClick. And finally, you can execute this and you can check with that. Click me. It is working fine. Click it. It is working fine. Got my point? This is very simple, straightforward. You can go with a click event or double click. If you want to work with the double click, concept is very simple. If you want to work with the double click, concept is very simple. See, I'm writing double click event now. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me work with file open. Yeah, click event JS. Let me do copy all these things, paste here, save it as dbl click, click, dbl click.html.
Yeah, sir, one
The
question.
concept is same. Yeah, please ask.
So can we use, so why did we use var for button here on 7th line?
Oh, okay. I'm creating an object called btn, and I'm storing the complete one into the btn. See, I will show. Wait. Okay, double click me. Right? Let me take alert btn. What is btn? You can see. Let me show the btn. First of all, I want to show the alert box btn. What is the button? btn. That is a button.
Yeah.
It's a variable.
Okay.
It is a variable. This name is your wish. This is your wish. You can say like this, or you can say my btn. This is variable. Variable name is your wish.
Okay, that's the reason we declare variable. Okay.
It's a variable. That variable is need to be give everywhere. It's a variable. I will tell you the concept of variables in the next level.
Okay.
This is variable. This variable name is your wish. And this is the variable. That variable got stored this one. This is having this one.
Okay.
This is HTML. This is JavaScript. This is JavaScript. And
yes,
from HTML, we are accessing HTML element like this. This is get elements by tag name, tag access. Once we access the tag, once we access the tag, we are storing into the MyBTN.
Yes.
And then finally, I'm showing alert box. And for that MyBTN, I'm adding listener, add event listener method.
Yes.
Okay, now this is this time it is double click, right? Okay, I'm writing double click. See, this time what I want to do, without doing all these things, I can go with a very simple way. See, this time I'm not creating variable. Very simple way, very simple step I'm doing. Document dot get elements by tag name button up 0 dot add event listener dbl click me. Now this time I'm writing a method name dbl click. Now I'm writing a button name, a method name dbl click. Got my point?
Yeah.
Double click. Simple way I'm writing. Alert no need. Okay, go with. So single click will not work now. You have to do double click. You have to do double click. Can you see? Single click is not working. Double click only works. Why? Because of my event is dbl click now.
Okay.
Got my point. And this will be the double click. Now we will do a new event, mouse over, mouse out. Mouse events, mouse over, out, .html. Concept is same. This time, over mouse. Okay, so button and mouse over, M over. For this M over, I want to do something. Mouse over.
Yeah.
Mouse over. Okay. Let me do this. Over mouse over. Can you see?
Yeah.
And let me do one more thing. Mouse out.
mouse out here.
Mouse over done, and mouse out also we will do. Button of 0. This time it is mouse out. M out. M out. Copy M out, paste here. And this time, what is the text? I can remove the text. If I remove the text, what is going to happen? Let me see. Oh, deleted. So I just want to keep the over mouse. Can you see? Observe.
Yeah. So while we're hovering, it's
When you are in there, it's going to be happening something. And if I want to keep the border for this, if I want to change the color for this, what you can do? You can do CSS, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So that will be the dot style dot border is equal to 2 pixel solid red. We know CSS, right?
Yeah.
That will be the border value. This is in box model,
Yes.
and we could remove that.
Can we write a different color for
Yeah.
mouse out?
For mouse out, you want to go with a different color?
Yeah.
You can do that. And 2 pixel solid green. But loading time it is black. Over red color. Out green.
Yeah.
Mouse over mouse out. And this is for mouse events. And you can work with the mouse move also same. But let me do one more event called focus and blur. Focus blur dot HTML. And focus blur working for only inputs. Only inputs. Input type text. Placeholder, enter name, and now this time I want to write HTML events on focus and on blur. This is already we know, like attribute. Okay, so access element, document dot get elements by tag name of the tag is input, and input of 0 dot add event listener name is focus. When we do focus FCS my URL function FCS should be having something. When we do focus, I want to do the background color something like light blue color dot style dot background color. Now this time it is camel case, and this is for focus, and this is for blur. When we do blur, event name is BLR blur. Handler name, this is handler name. Whatever the name you want, you can put. I'm just giving BLR, and you can remove the blue color. So you can see this now. Focus blur. Blur means focus means what? Okay, let me write one more point. Focus and blur. Input events. And focus means what? Clicking inside text box. This is focus. Blur means clicking outside of the text box. Clicking outside of text box. Got my point? Okay, so this is focus. Okay, are you clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just
Let me
that
work. Please tell me.
that above line to write focus and blur. So input type first line.
This is your HTML type text type of input. In forms we already discussed in HTML. Type text nothing but text it will take. Type password nothing but it will take only password. So dots.
Okay, yeah, yeah. It's like a form, is it?
Yes, it's a form. It's a form element, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Input,
yeah,
all inputs are form elements.
yep.
So in HTML last class we discussed that. Can you please check
And
it out in the YouTube?
yeah, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. And then why are we passing 0 after
Where?
that?
See, this is in the last class we discussed. What is that? In HTML, if you are trying to accessing elements, all similar elements are storing in one array. For example, paragraphs. If I am having multiple paragraphs, all paragraphs are storing in one array. Okay, all H1s are storing in one array. H1, H1, H1. Here I'm having input to tag. Now we will be having single input, no problem. Even first input also in array. See, this is array, list of elements. This is also array, list of elements. This is also array, list of elements.
Yeah.
Got my point. And elements, plural. Classes, plural. ID, unique. This is plural, n number of elements. This is also plural, n number of classes. ID will be unique. Got my point?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you one thing. Okay, I'm having first input. I'm having one more input here. But my event should be work on the second element, not first element. Then what I need to do? I need to give the one here.
Okay, I remember now. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Understood.
now you can check it out. First element, event is not firing. On second element, event is firing. You see and observe.
Okay, yeah.
See, just follow the last class. Just last class. Last class we discussed all elements are in one array, all classes in one array, all similar classes or similar elements in one array.
Yes, 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 I remember.
Even though you have the single element, it will take by 0.
Yeah.
Please check the last class. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Just last class.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. This is going to be a focus and blur event. And next we will go with one more event called a key up element. Key up event. Key up dot HTML. Remaining events you have to practice. I'm just going with the important events. You go with the remaining events. And what key up will be? Let me write a HTML first. And let me check input first. Copy this text here. And inside the script, I want to write something. I'm taking single element. If I'm having single element, only 0. And what my requirement is, I don't have on focus. This time on key up is equal to, I need to call key up event. Key up event. Okay, what this key up will be, when we do key up, I want to pass the value for the h1. H1, okay, so enter your name in text box. Okay, immediately what I'm doing is I'm accessing H1. I'm not changing the background color, all these things. I'm accessing H1. How to access H1 first of all? Document dot
By get element by
get elements by tag name of H1.
yes.
H1 of 0 dot inner HTML is equal to I want to take the value from the input. If you want to take the value from input, what I want to do again, document dot get elements by tag name of the tag is input, name of the tag is input of 0 dot value. See, please observe this. So we're having two things. This is the left hand side. This is the right hand side. This is right. This is left. Is equal to right. Always assigning to the left. See, this inner HTML nothing but this one.
Yeah.
And this value nothing but text box. See, if I am entering something in the text box, suppose if I am entering hello here, I am entering hello here. That hello need to pass to the h1 here. This is h1 and this is input. So whatever the box data you are entering with, that value immediately pass to the h1. That is my requirement. For this requirement, what I am doing is taking value, assigning to the h1. That's it. Fine, let me execute this. Okay, please enter your name in the text box. That is a requirement. Okay, I am entering something like 3 names. Can you see?
Yeah.
SORINIVS. And this will be Fullstack web development. Very simple. This one is very simple. Just picking the value. You are entering, it is taking. Once this is key event nothing but keyboard event. See, key up, key press, key down. All these events are key events, keyboard events. Got my point? Got my point? All these are key events, keyboard events.